What is up, guys? It is the John Gasm coming at you today with a special episode of Secrets of Cinema. Today we are not discussing secrets of the cinema, we are instead discussing some secrets about Christmas. Because after all, Christmas is tomorrow, and also for some reason I couldn't think of a Christmas movie that was appealing enough for you guys to all come and watch this video. So today, we're talking about Christmas. And I have 10 interesting facts about Christmas that you guys hopefully have never heard before. The first fact I've got for you guys, Alabama was the first state in the United States to officially recognize Christmas as a holiday in 1836. Oklahoma was the last in 1907. However, despite Alabama recognizing Christmas in 1836, it wasn't a legal holiday in the United States all the way until 1870. Another fact for you guys is that if you add up all of the gifts received in the 12 Days of Christmas song, you would have 364 gifts. And if you gave out one of those gifts every single day, you would have 364 days of Christmas instead of 12. And I still don't know where 12 came from. That's a fact I don't have on here. And speaking of presents, Christmas gifts actually make up 1/6 of all retail items sold in the United States every year. 1/6. That means that almost 20% of all items sold in the United States are all sold for this holiday. I've got some fun facts for you about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Norwegian scientists have hypothesized that the reason that Rudolph's nose was red is because of a parasitic infection in his respiratory system. Yeah, it's way less cool after you find that out. And actually, all of Santa's reindeer, despite having pretty masculine sounding names like Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, might actually be women. The reason we say this is because male reindeer shed their antlers every winter. And whenever we see pictures of Santa's reindeer, they all have antlers. There was actually a conspiracy theory posted recently by Frederator, linked to that in the description down below, that said that Rudolph was, in fact, a girl because of this reason. But as it turns out, it's not just Rudolph, it's all of them. However, if the reindeer aren't female, there's also a chance that they're castrati, which means that they were dudes and then had their balls cut off. Here's a fact that I thought was pretty interesting. There's actually a reason why the traditional Christmas colors are red, green, and gold. It's because green is thought to be a symbol that represents life and rebirth. The color red represents the blood of Christ, and gold represents light, wealth, and royalty. Pretty cool. I've got some foliage facts for you. Christmas trees usually grow for about 15 years before they're cut down and sold. So that means that they live 15 years of their life ready to be a beautiful, prosperous tree just to be killed in their prime. How sad is that? And also, contrary to popular belief, poinsettias, those ugly red plants that you see pop around every Christmas, are not actually poisonous. However, holly berries are. Dang. I have always heard that poinsettias are poisonous to cats though, and I don't know if this necessarily applies to cats. So if any of you guys have cats, feed them a poinsettia and report back with the results. I hate cats. And this last bit of trivia I've got is pretty awesome in my opinion. And for a holiday like Christmas that's always thought to be pretty family friendly, the origin of the stocking is not. Allegedly, stockings evolved from an old tale about 3 sisters who were too poor to attend a marriage dowry and were forced to live a life of prostitution. However, the wealthy bishop, St. Nicholas, the guy that we base Santa Claus off of, snuck down the chimney of the 3 prostitutes and filled their stockings with gold. And those are the 10 Christmas facts that I am sharing with you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I want to ask you guys to do me a couple of favors in the form of rating, commenting, and subscribing. And also, if you're looking to have an extra John-gasm every week, I strongly recommend you follow me on Twitter and like my Facebook fan page. Because it is on those pages where I'm starting to post links to unlisted videos that I'm uploading, which means that only those people with the links are able to watch those videos. For example, tomorrow, Christmas morning, I'm going to be uploading another Christmas-related video that you will only have access to if you follow me on Twitter and like that page. Like I said, links in the description below, as is the link to my Instagram. However, if you don't feel like doing all of that, I totally understand. Regardless, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday season. Stay fresh.